ask a person to think of an image about civil society. And most likely, it will be something like this. Or that. Protest. Almost a symbol of activism, isn't it? But is there something else, perhaps more constructive, people can do besides telling their governments that they are not happy and, well, waiting for the next elections? That was the question that was asked in Estonia last year. Now, for those of you who have never heard about our country, this is it. Basically, go to Finland and turn right. Estonians, just 1.3 million people altogether, are known to gather in big numbers for singing, rather for protesting. Even our independence movement 25 years ago in my childhood was hence named Singing Revolution. But things were to change in 2012. Now, the singing did not become less popular, but people who had, unlike in many other countries, quite patiently accepted public budget cuts during economic crisis. People became really upset when a whistleblower, former MP and a member of Prime Minister's party, announced that euros of unknown origin by party leaders that he then had to donate to the party as if it was his own money. Now, 8,000 may not sound awfully lot, but he claimed that also other members have donated funds to the party this way, including other MPs. Although the party rejected accusations, and the subsequent criminal investigation was later ended due to lack of hard evidence, the public did not find party's denials convincing. That led to street protests and petition signed by thousands of people demanding more transparency in party financing, as well as more dialogue and openness of political system in general. But how to do it? What do these buzzwords even mean? Transparency, openness, dialogue. Instead of leaving that to politicians, a group of Estonian civil society organizations started People's Assembly, a crowdsourcing initiative open to everyone. Imagine if people can collaboratively put together Wikipedia, which is as accurate as the most recognized encyclopedias, but richer in its content, more inclusive and faster in updates. Can't we use the same collective wisdom for policy making if people are provided with right tools? We started with opening a simple website where people could post and comment ideas on 5 topics, such as party regulation, public participation, elections, etc. Within 3 weeks, the site gained 60,000 unique visits and 6,000 ideas. And remember, it's a tiny country. Now, all these were systemized into subcategories and commented by dozens of experts, both scholars and practitioners. A week of seminars followed, where the authors of proposals and experts discussed those ideas and jointly selected 18 questions that were seen as most important. And early on April, we invited more than 300 people, a random representative sample of whole population, for a deliberation day. It was like a public opinion survey, but with an important twist. Instead of just telling us their raw information about those issues, discussed the pros and cons in small groups, and at the end of the day, they casted their individual informed preferences on all these 18 issues. And a few days later, the results were given to our parliament by the President of the Republic. And at the moment, Parliament is working with first 2 law amendments based on our input and has set a timetable also for the rest. Now, summed up in those few sentences, this may sound easy, but as practitioners of open government, we surely know that it never is. It's not just the workload, which was, of course, huge, but I'd say that the biggest obstacle was the skepticism. Countless times, we were told that we must be out of our minds to could come up with something meaningful. Yes, consult experts, fine. Consult NGOs, well, if you really have to. But ordinary people, they are ignorant, they are selfish, they are easily manipulated. These topics are too complicated for them, we were told. We were even accused of harming the very good, that skeptics were wrong. Our participants were students and pensioners, farmers and nurses, artists and entrepreneurs, you name it. Most of them did not have a degree in law or social sciences. Well, many of them did not have any university degree. It was a microcosm of society, after all. But when asked with respect, people put in their very best effort and their passion for the country. Discuss those issues outside their close circle of like-minded friends and families, to meet other people, ordinary people other than government, who see things differently, and to understand that disagreement is not a bad thing, but actually an opportunity to learn something new. At the end, 87% of our participants said that they know now more about those issues, and 70% said that based on this new knowledge, they changed at least some of their earlier views. And just imagine what a difference it could make in voting results if citizens would have the same opportunity before elections. And on that note, 82% of our participants said that now they are more interested in politics and participation also in the future. And that's what I would call the most important achievement, even more important than the concrete input to the lawmaking. You know, Winston Churchill, a man whose name is given to this auditorium, Winston Churchill said that the best argument against democracy is a 5-minute conversation with an average voter. I think the problem is that far too often we are not ready to dedicate more than 5 minutes to an average voter. After People's Assembly, there is no excuse for anyone to say that people are neither interested nor capable for meaningfully and constructively participate in policy making. Take your time, add respect, and an average voter may even surprise a conservative like Churchill. Thank you.